First of all, how did you get into making a mod for Arma? Like,
So yeah,
where were you at the time? Give me your humble story, your humble beginnings.
okay, no. I started off in Brazil. I was there for love, ended up getting divorced, and then was saving to come home. And I got back into gaming by finding the DayZ mod. I'd read some stuff on Reddit about it, and I thought this sounds really cool. There's no rules, there's nothing. It's just survive, and I really liked that idea of it just a survival game.
Right.
So I kind of fell in love with the DayZ mod and formed or found a squad to play with, and that's how I kind of learnt about modding, because the DayZ mod was a mod, so I had to look at how it was made.
Were you programming then?
Not
Was
really. I was a web designer,
Okay.
photographer. I knew code just from using JavaScript and jQuery and stuff like that in websites, but I wasn't a coder. My code is terrible. Like, if
funny.
people tell me to fix the game, if I tried to fix the game, the servers would explode. Your computer would burn.
So you were able to make it using the modding tools.
Well, yeah. So the code in Arma SQF is kind of like JavaScript. So it's kind of easy to understand. So I just looked at what other people had done and begged, borrow, and stole code and just like asked people
Right.
like for help. And the community in Arma really, really helpful about like helping you. So I created my own DayZ mod server for people to play on, messed with loot tables, just created more weapons, and we ended up creating something people called like the COD of DayZ, because it was just about the PvP. There was no real survival. It was just you died, didn't give a shit. Go and just keep going again, right? And again and again. And just it's all about the PvP. So after doing that for about 6 months, I kind of decided, listen, I wanted to make a mod. I'd seen what Brian Hicks and Jordan Taylor did with the Survivor games, this kind of streamer-centric competition. And I liked what they did, but I thought, okay, I want to play this. I'm a streamer and I can't. So let me see if I can make something. And I thought I could improve some things they were doing. And Battle Royale game mode was born on DayZ. I basically modded a mod.
That's so
That's
crazy.
cool.
It's incredible, and it's inspiring that you, without even being much of a background in game
Oh
development,
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
was
didn't even
able
play
to-
very many games. I mean, I wasn't a big gamer.
You're not like
That's
a
the-
hardcore gamer.
No, not at all. I don't like seeing some of the people I meet at conventions. I am in no way a gamer. Like,
That's
That's
so
so
fascinating.
funny.
I just don't know how.
I wonder if that's why I actually really love the game Player Unknown. Like, I'm not a gamer at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
From the first moment I saw Ethan play it, I was like
What's
so
going on here?
interested in it.
Yeah.
It's a
And I
simple
wonder
concept, right?
if that's why like you're not a gamer necessarily, and you made a game that you wanted to play.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I think. Is like I wasn't I didn't have rules of game design to follow. I didn't like when I first went to Bluehole. I had many arguments with JC, our lead game designer, because he was like, "But that's not the way I was taught to make games, or the way that they were taught to make games." And I was like, "But it's okay to break the rules here because
Yeah.
people obviously enjoy it." And
Right.
when I came to making it, it was very, especially the first one. If you complained it was too hard, I'd make it harder. It was like I didn't like easy games. I liked to be challenged, and I think the win rating in our game, the amount of times you win, is so much lower than
Sure.
every other game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but that's the joy of it. It is because it's tough. It's an easy concept, survive, right? And it's a tough game to master. So I think that's why it's been
So
so popular,
frustrating to
right?
play.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I've clocked many hours, and my background is like I've played like 2,000 hours of Dota 2, and I've played like 1,000 hours plus of Counter Strike, and so I've experienced an FPS, and I get fucking murdered
It's so
in
hard.
PUBG, and I rage too. But it's addictive; you can't stop.
Because you start with nothing, right? Everyone
Yeah.
gets
It's
the
the
same
story.
chance.
And
Yeah.
you know what's funny? We had Dr. Disrespect on here, and he described it the best way I've heard anyone say. I'm like, why is this game so popular? And he says to me, it's the story, right? Every new game has a story,
Yeah.
has a narrative, has an experience.
It compresses that kind of DayZ like long story into like 30 minutes, and it's like, what did I get this round? Oh, I got the SKS. Yeah,
Interesting.
And it just I think it compresses that just unique story every time, and it's a simple game to learn.
And it's got to be, the popularity's got to be tied into the fact that it's such a watchable experience. It's by far the most streamed game.
Oh yeah.
And it's really fun to watch, which
Yeah.
is like if you compare it to something like Dota 2, even though I love the game, I can't watch it.
I can't I've been to league tournaments in Korea. I don't understand these games.
Yeah, I
you know,
know.
it's like unless you play, and especially Dota, like you see they have the noob stream,
You have
with
to.
commentators kind of going, well, this is why this is like this,
Right,
and
right. You have to have played like 1,000 hours just to understand what you're watching.
yeah, but and our game is simple to watch. You know, it's very easy to
Very
understand, and even like, you know, Disguised Toast, he's a Hearthstone player. He said even like when he's playing Hearthstone, his mother and sister have no clue, you know, have no interest.
Exactly.
But when he's
Yeah.
playing PUBG, they're like, oh, this is
That's
cool,
powerful.
right? You
That
know,
is
and
powerful.
that's, I think again, it's the simplicity of the game. It's like, and it's just the randomness every time. You know, it's still not super random, but it is that it's a unique story every time.
Sure. So when you started working on, or you had the idea to make this, was it like you saw it as a business opportunity that was there, or was it just a passion where you're like, hey, this is a great thing, I want to develop this?
I wanted to make a game I wanted to play. Like, I wanted to play the Survivor games. I thought, this is a really cool game mode, right? But because it was for streamers only, I couldn't play it. And I thought, okay, I want to just try this and then see if I can make a game mode that I can play with my friends. And if other people enjoy it, yay. But, you know, if not, I still have a game mode I can play with my friends.